Hey guys, what's up? It's a new month, so that means it is a new month of events. So here is the events that I know about that I would like to share with you guys. I'm making it to none of them, unfortunately. So, anywho, the first weekend in October, we got a couple coming up. The 3rd through the 6th is going to be the Supershafty Fall Crawl. This one's a super fun event. It is in MChenry, Maryland, and it is at a man-made whitewater rafting facility, essentially. They also do other testing and training, things like that there, but basically they drain all the water out. Water goes into this pond, and there's, I think it's like a mile loop or something like that of just rock and concrete and awesomeness. I was thankful enough to go out there one year, and it is a great time. It's on top of a mountain, super cool views. They run Sorka and the really fun trucks, the WRCCA trucks. So if you're in the area, I highly recommend checking it out. If nothing else, join the Facebook group, join the event page, and see all the pictures so that way you can go next year, because it's definitely worth it. Now, also going on that weekend is the Rocktober Fun Run in Maysville, Kentucky. This is a trail event at the same location that they have Beat the Creek, and it is trails. So if you like running trails with your tiny trucks, then this is a perfect event for you because tiny trucks are fun. So, but the weekend after that is the really fun, really exciting comp. And that is the WRCCA Nationals. If you've never seen these run, these are the best of the best crawlers with the best of the best drivers at this event. They run mini, not 1/18th scale, 24th scale mini, but 1/9 mini for the WRCCA classes, which is what like the deluxe fits into. The Corrupt Carbon Works just built a truck that fits into that class, and the axles that they have for those are insane now. They're little 9-inch wheelbase rigs, and that class is entertaining all by itself. But then you have the Sporties, which are shaft-driven trucks, and they are extremely capable. And then you got Pro, which is MOA, and those you can do just about anything with. And then there's Supers, which are just, there is no challenge. The sky's the limit with what you can do with those. It is amazing. You are motor on axle, 4-wheel steer, dig, and massive tires. And you can do things that you never thought were possible. Things that these tiny scale trucks can't even fathom. So, if you're in Cedar City, Utah, go check it out. I don't know if there's any tickets available, but join the Facebook group because the pictures are going to be awesome. It is truly going to be amazing, and I wish that I was there, and I wish the best to everybody that is at that and Fall Crawl, and all these events, really. So, anywho, and next up, that same weekend, second weekend in October, October 12th in Sevierville, Tennessee, at the RRW Crawl Zone, they are having their 9th annual Mountains Are Crawling event. And this event sounds like it is a trail style event, but they also have, sounds like they have other things going on. So I personally haven't been there yet, but I hear it's really cool. And it's their 9th year, so they've been around a while. So if you're in the area, check it out. Then, sticking to this side of the country, is the Busted Scale Crawlers RC swap meet, RC show, little bit of everything. They have a really cool compound that I haven't made it down to yet. They are in Hamilton, Ohio. They are doing a swap meet, a RC show and shine type deal, and then they're also doing trunk or treating for the kids or for the adults. Either or both. Either one sounds fun. So, also that day, also in Ohio, Van Buren, Ohio, at the Pit Stop Hobby Shop, they are having a Get Out and Trail night run. So, it's for the tiny scale trucks, well, the 10 scale trucks, at night, which it sounds like they're going to meet up at this park. I'll have all these events listed in the description below, and you'll know where to meet up then. Sounds like they're meeting at 5 p.m. and going until 11 p.m., so you'll have to be prepared to run at night. Hence, the name Night Run. Now, if you want to continue your driving adventures, then on the 13th, that Sunday, you can head over to Franklin, Pennsylvania for the first event of the Keystone RC Winter Series put on by RC Addict. Now, I've been out there, and it is a really cool facility, and their course is always a good time, and always positive vibes from everybody. They do things a little bit different there. They're not necessarily doing Sorka or Sorka Light. They do kind of their own rules, and they even have a driver's class, which includes a requirement of 42 scale points, which don't even count, but you still have to have them in order to drive in it. And it's normally recommended for the seasoned drivers, for the better drivers, so that way traditional class 2 can be for kind of the beginners and things like that, the people that don't have these fully built vehicles. And typically for the driver's class, they normally have a cash payout, which is pretty good. So if you want to head over to Pennsylvania, I definitely recommend checking it out. Hopefully they don't have snow or anything yet, because yeah, it does get cold. And then October 17th through the 20th, we're jumping back to the other side of the country, or middle-ish, however you want to look at it, to Disney, Oklahoma for Crawlapalooza. Now, this is a scale competition. They also run the comp crawlers. I don't know if they specifically follow the WRCCA rules, but I do know that they normally run the sporty and pro stuff out there. I just don't know if they use the same terminology. So it's probably very similar. And then I know the scale side of things, they're not necessarily following Sorka, but they are kind of doing their own thing, and it's still awesome. Great terrain. It's Disney, Oklahoma. I mean, if you've seen any of the videos from either Bouncers or other Crawlapalooza videos, then you know that this area looks awesome. I wish that I could be there, but I can't, unfortunately. So, again, best of luck to all the drivers out there. Now, in the state of Michigan, that weekend, the 18th and 20th, 18th through the 20th, is the Backyard Crawler Addicts Spookiest Halloween. It is in Fenton, Michigan. It's put on It is put on by Backyard Crawler Addicts, which is a pretty large group here in Michigan, and they are constantly having all kinds of different events and different camping crawls and swap meets and all kinds of stuff going on throughout the year. But this is their big shindig that they do at the end of the year. It is Halloween themed, so they have Halloween themed show and shine. They got a killer crawler course and then also an awesome course out in the woods. So they have plenty of trail rides, and then they also do swap meet. They have a swap meet and do a potluck, which is really cool that you can get out there and eat in tiny truck. What's better than eating in tiny trucking? Also that weekend, there's a lot going on here in Michigan. Also going on the 19th, up there in Alpena, Michigan, is the RC4WD and Darkwoods RC present an Overland Adventure. RC Overland Adventure. Or, who knows, maybe you can take an Overland Adventure up there to Overland in your tiny trucks. This is a scavenger hunt team event. So from what I've heard and seen about this event in the past is basically the property owners will put out different props, pumpkins, things like that, and they'll take pictures of the trucks, buy this prop and buy this prop and buy this prop, and essentially you then have to look at the picture and you're given a map and you have to go out and find all these items and take a picture and pose your truck the same way that the property owner posed their truck. So it sounds super interesting. Sounds like a ton of fun. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town. I won't be able to make it again. So, but I did get to go out to Darkwoods a few weeks ago, or a month ago, for their Scaletoberfest, and that place is pretty cool. They got a lot of rocks in the woods, which is always good, and a lot of it is actually pretty natural terrain. They've built up some other rocks and things like that in other areas, but there's a good amount of scale terrain, and then they also build wooden bridges and things like that to go up in the trees, and then they got plenty of ramps out in the field so you can hit jumps, and it's a really cool place to check out if you're in the area. But going even further north, over the bridge, over the Mackinac Bridge, is the Crawl the Ridge at Maple Ridge Resort in Michigamme, Michigan. This is super far northwest, just about, I think, closer to the Wisconsin state line. All right, now there's one more event that I know of this month, and the 26th of October is the 6th annual Scaletoberfest at Scale Mountain in Belleview, Florida. Now, this place is super cool. I've been there before, and it is an awesome facility. They got a decent little small hobby shop, but the crawler course is awesome. And I think it's far enough inland that it didn't get affected by the hurricane, hopefully. So hopefully everything is still there. Hopefully everything is okay. And hopefully everything works out and you guys can go there. There is basically just multiple events going on. It sounds like they're going to be doing sled pulls and show and shines and trail trucks, and they're going to have possibly a little comp as well. It's just kind of a day of tiny trucking, and you can't go wrong with that. And in October in Florida is probably when it's decent enough to be in Florida, at least for the weather. So, as always, if you enjoy these news, if you enjoy the news, this comp news, then yeah, be sure to subscribe. If you are interested in any of these events, then check the description. I got all the links down there and all that. If you know of any other events, feel free to join the RC Junkie TV Facebook group. I will have a pinned post for next month's event and so on. So if you know of any around the country or around the world, I don't even care. I'll report on anything RC related. And it'll be a good time. We'll talk tiny trucks in the group. And maybe. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Tiny truck on, people.